Hello and welcome back to Bike Matters. You're here with Jake, and today we're taking a look at the very best motorcycles that the 125cc market has to offer. Now, I know that the learner legal market is immensely popular, especially in the UK. It gives most riders their first proper taste of freedom, and that is only the beginning of what makes these bikes so special. In 2022, there are more options than ever to choose from. So stick around to find out which I think are the very best for this year. As always, don't forget to leave a like and let me know your favourites as we go. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. Now let's see what's starting us off. At 10, it's the Keeway Superlight 125. The Superlight 125 is Keeway's top selling model, and it's easy to see why just by looking at it. The unique design and cool matte colour schemes offer something that's currently pretty rare in the category, and for me, it looks pretty sweet too. Now, when it comes to tech and features, the Superlight is pretty basic, with halogen lights, combined braking, and some vintage looking instruments, but in a way that adds to the stripped down charm of this bike. The engine is an air-cooled single cylinder with fuel injection and 10.5 brake horsepower output. That makes it the least powerful bike on the list today, although, as the name suggests, it is incredibly light for a cruiser at 134 kilograms dry. Aside from the vintage looks, the other huge selling point is how economical the motorcycle is. We get a huge 15-litre fuel tank with 110 mpg, and the cost of owning one of these is just £2,499. What an absolute steal. Up next at 9, it's the Lexmoto LXR SE 125. The LXR is another decent budget offering from China, although the version hitting our showrooms has had a lot of fine tuning specifically for the UK market. The combination of exciting sport bike looks and a sub 3k price tag has ensured the LXR is a huge seller here. Recently updated with brand new Euro 5 engine, the LXR SE 125 has also received some new upside down forks, a lightweight aluminium swing arm, a full colour TFT screen and more. There's no ABS on this one, as Lexmoto have opted for the combined braking system instead. While it certainly looks the part, the new liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine puts out 12.5 brake horsepower, which again puts it a little bit lower in the performance department than other class leaders here. It also comes slightly heavier than its rivals at 167 kg, which further compounds the issue. With that said, it will still offer decent performance and make for a very cost-effective runaround when priced at £3,099 for the special edition and £2,799 for the regular LXR. Next up, it's the Zontes ZT125-G1. Now let me start by saying, like others on this list, yes, it is Chinese, but the days of low budget, low quality imports are coming to an end, with bikes like this showing great attention to detail and being manufactured to a very high standard. The engine is a liquid cooled single with a 14.5 brake horsepower output. Just a shade below the top models in this list, but it's certainly no slouch and can reach speeds of 70 miles per hour on a nice long road. Zontes recognise that one of the big selling points of 125s in the modern era is their commuting ability, and the ZT125 comes with a whopping 20-litre tank, which they reckon can do 600 miles between fill-ups in eco mode. Yes, that's right, this bike has rider modes in eco and sport. It also has Bosch ABS and a keyless ignition. Combined with its excellent big bike looks, it seems like an absolute bargain at £3,199. If you aren't really a fan of the neo-retro style, however, they also offer the ZT125-U1 as an alternative. All the same spec and price, but this time wrapped up in a very tasty super motard design. Taking the number 7 spot today, it's the Husqvarna Svartpilen 125. Following on from the success of the larger Svartpilen models, Husqvarna are now offering it in a 125cc capacity, and despite the downsize in power, it looks almost identical to the 701 and 401 versions. Assuming you're a fan of that neo-retro design, the Svartpilen 125 is an absolute beauty. The Svartpilen uses the same Euro 5 4-valve single-cylinder engine and steel trellis frame as the KTM 125 Duke. So, despite being on sale for less than a year, we already know that the performance will be highly competitive. It also has Bibu brakes, WP Apex front forks and Bosch ABS, so it really comes down to whether you dig that hipster fashion or not. Unlike its larger siblings, however, which tend to come in at a higher price for that fashion, this one is right on par with its rivals at £4,499. The first of our Japanese options today, and like the Zontes, it's coming in two flavours. The GSXR 125 with its sporty MotoGP styling, or the aggressive street-styled GSX-S 125. Now, Suzuki aren't piling on extra gadgets with these models, aside from keyless ignition and Bosch ABS, to make sure that the price stays competitive. What they are doing, however, is providing a freshly updated Euro 5 engine with fuel injection and high-spec 14.7 brake horsepower engine. It also has the best power-to-weight ratio in the category. The GSX-S 125 weighs in at just 133 kilos, and miraculously, the Fed Gixxer is just 1 kilo more. Despite the racy performance, Suzuki claim that when ridden sensibly, the GSX-R can still achieve 122 miles per gallon, which is pretty impressive. But even when you're riding more realistically, it should still be fairly economical. The GSX-S 125 starts at £4,199, with the GSX-R 125 a touch higher at £4,499. We've hit the halfway point, so I just want to give a brief shout out to our friends over at Lexham who helped to power us here at BikeMatters. Lexham are motorcycle and scooter insurance specialists that offer great rates on 125cc motorcycles and so much more. So if you're looking for a new quote and you're based in the UK, click the top right hand corner now for a £20 discount from your quote. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure to hit the like button and let us know your favourite in the comments below. At 5 is the Aprilia RS125. Aprilia's RS125 is the stuff of legends, with a long history of being one of the most formidable 125 motorcycles in existence. The rowdy two-stroke may just be a memory thanks to the ever-escalating Euro emissions regulations, but the RS125 remains one of the best A1 motorcycles on offer in 2022. Firstly, let's start with the way this bike looks. For my money, it's the most impressive looking bike you can own on a CBT license. At a distance, it looks near identical to its bigger brother, the RSV. It isn't just for show either, with Aprilia promising unrivaled ergonomics and handling. The latest 125cc engine produces the maximum horsepower allowed in a 125, and with a long enough runway, with the wind behind your back, you can probably reach speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. There is plenty of options available, including a quick shifter, a race replica edition, and now the fairingless Tuono 125 gives us an option for a sport naked enthusiast as well. The base RS starts at £4,850, with the Tuono being a shade more friendly on the wallet at £4,600. Next up, it's the Kawasaki Z125 and the Ninja 125. Kawasaki made their long-awaited return to the 125cc market in 2019 with a pair of A1 motorcycles to suit both naked and sport enthusiasts. Both the Z125 and the Ninja 125 have the same basic core of full-size trellis frame and a 14.7 brake horsepower single-cylinder engine, which means once again they can compete right at the top of the performance scale for 125cc. Both have excellent sharp designs and are finished in the traditional black and green of Kawasaki. They both absolutely look the part. When it comes to advanced features, the Z and the Ninja have been kept minimalistic with little to speak of other than ABS. What they do have though is high quality, and the real selling point here is the price. Both being slightly lower than the similar powered competitors, the Z125 starts at £3,899, while the Ninja 125 costs an extra £200, giving an excellent option for 2022. So the first of our top three is the Honda CB125R. Honda's Neo Sport Cafe got a recent update in 2021 with the brand new 4-valve single-cylinder engine that gives increases to both horsepower and torque. Performance-wise, the CB125R can now compete with the best of the 125cc division while retaining the same unique style and big bike proportions it already had. Speaking of the big bike proportions, another update in the latest version of the CB125R is some very tasty 41mm Showa big piston forks finished in gold. Along with the full-size tyres, this is another quality 125 that will not just look like a larger machine, but also have the smoother and more responsive ride quality as a result. Coming in at £4,399, it's priced very competitively to its rivals and takes an easy spot on this list. So silver today is taken by the KTM RC 125 and the 125 Duke. KTM has been putting out fantastic low capacity motorcycles for years now, and the 125 Duke was one of the first learner legal models to offer a full-sized frame and a real big bike feel. In 2022, it's become the norm, with all manufacturers leveling up their offerings, but the Duke remains a great option. KTM actually has a fresh 2022 update for their RC 125 on the way, with extensive improvements over the previous version. version. It still uses the same base as the Duke, including its 15 brake horsepower single-cylinder engine, WP Apex upside-down fork and rear shock setup, and Bosch ABS. The RC125 is now considerably lighter before, with a new lightweight frame, rims and Bybee brakes all saving kilos. The final dry weight is down to 147 kg, and improved ergonomics are going to make this one of the fastest 125s on the market. Further improvements include the new visual styling and MotoGP inspired paint scheme, as well as some adjustable clip-on bars. Both of these bikes are a great choice, with the Duke coming in at £4,499 and the RC125 coming in at £5,049. So, finishing with one of the most impressive 125cc motorcycles out there, the MT125 from Yamaha. In fact, considering Yamaha's trio of 125cc motorcycles all share the same engine and basic components, you could consider this a triple bill, with the R125 and the XSR125 also making for terrific options. Now, we got the chance to test ride the XSR last year, and to say we were impressed is an understatement. Make sure to check out that review in the link in the top right hand corner now. The freshly updated MT125 takes the already winning formula and just tweaks it a little further. We have the same 14.8 brake horsepower engine with its VVA technology. The idea behind this is to offer two separate valve timings, one for low revs and one for high. The engine will automatically swap from one to the other as you accelerate and provide constant pull, and boy does it work. Perhaps our only criticism of the XSR 125 was its brakes. The latest MT125, however, does now increase the size of the front disc brake up to 292mm, which may just remedy that. Combined with the addition of a slip and assist clutch just to make sure the bike is even smoother to ride, at £4,700, the MT is definitely the top contender for 2022. So there you have it, they're my picks for the best learner legal options this year. There's so many other fantastic 125cc options out there which definitely could have made the list. So if I missed your favourite, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more of our content. I'll see you on the next one.